Hi, my heart and soul family. This is Crystal. So today I'm going to teach you guys how I make the best, hands down, baked chicken you have ever tasted in your entire life. So I'll show you guys the seasoning that I use, the optional things that you could use to try to make this chicken hands down delicious. And also, this is only 2 steps. So easy. So easy. That's all I was trying to get to y'all, because I know some people are like, I hate when I cook and I gotta add this and that and that and this, and I'm like, okay, let me make the easiest, most delicious, well seasoned chicken. Keep watching. This is the seasoning that I'm going to be using today, suya spice. Those of you Nigerians or some African people know about this. It has a hint of spice. It's not too spicy, but I love spicy food, so that's why I got in. And if you're interested in this, you could just Google any African store and you could be able to search it there. And then I have this with the fork inside. That's the seasoning poured into this seasoning cup. And so basically I just put olive oil inside. You can see it's still a little dry, so I have to add more olive oil inside. And then I'm gonna put it on top of the chicken with my fork. I prefer a fork because the brush, I feel like I don't get as much seasoning in the chicken as I want to, so I just prefer using fork. And then I'm gonna add more oil just to drizzle on top of the chicken. And then this is the seasoning that I showed you earlier. This is the African seasoning. It's just dry. This is for later. The dry one is for later, because this is the kind of recipe you just have to be so generous with the suya spice, because after it's baked with the chicken, you want to add this. Like, you could eat this dry by itself. It's so delicious, and it's not like so spicy to the point where it's like your nose is dripping but it's spicy, like a little spicy, but it's well seasoned. If you want to know what's inside the seasoning of suya, you could just Google it, suya seasoning, what's in it. So, and then this is optional. This is my cucumber and red onions. It's optional. I prefer it this way because it just, whoo! I mean, the taste of this with this added, you just comment below if you ever had this. It's so amazing with this onions and cucumber. But if you don't like it, you could just skip this one. And I just chopped it up. And then this is, over here is my chicken wings that I just pat because it was wet, so I patted dry. And then I'm just gonna add my suya seasoning. So you just want to pat it dry because I washed it, so this is well washed. And so I just pat it dry. So now I'm gonna add a little bit of oil. I'm gonna add a little oil. Now you could use peanut oil, would be the best to use for the seasoning. It just makes it taste, for this recipe, it just makes it taste way better. But I couldn't find peanut oil, so I'm just using olive oil for this this recipe. I'm trying to make it so it's smooth and not too lumpy. And I'll show you guys what I'm talking about when I mean by I want it to be a little bit smoother. This is what I mean by smoother with the olive oil mixed together. So I just went ahead and just mixed it up together because you guys noticed how dry it was previously. So I just mixed it and put oil. And then I'm just gonna take my fork with the suya spice mixed with the olive oil, and then I'm just gonna coat it on the chicken. You just want to do this until the entire chicken is well coated. And I'll show you guys how it looks when they're all fully coated. As I told you guys earlier, I'm just gonna put it in the oven for about 250. And yeah, so I turned the oven on previously so it could heat up. So I'm just gonna put it in there for 250. This is how it looks when it's all coated with the suya spice. I'm gonna put it in the oven for 250. And the dry one is basically just the dipping sauce for it, and so is the cucumber and the onions. So this is what it is looking like so far. I'm just leaving it in the oven for 30 minutes. So this is how it looks so far with the suya seasoning, and I put it in the oven for 35 minutes. And so I use 12, these are 12 drums of chicken. Now if you don't want to do that much, you could do less, but if you're doing this much, I would highly recommend you use at least 4 bags of African suya seasoning. It makes so much difference. But if you're using less chicken, then you could use like 2 bags or 3 bags, but I just highly recommend 3 bags. And it smells so good. Oh my goodness. I'll show you guys how I serve my plate. This is the finished results. Look how amazing that looks. It's not even burnt, like you could just tell it just looks so moist. It's hands down the best recipe. You guys have to try this. Love you all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, and click on the description link for your journey to happiness. I love you all. Later.